Okay. So for this day, I am the presenter for my topic, or the assigned topic for me is all about the 10 principles of a servant leader. So as we discuss, or as my other members or other group members discuss what is servant leader. So as defines here, servant leader or servant leadership is a style of leadership wherein it mixes with the philosophy whereby an individual interacts with others either in a management or a fellow employee capacity to achieve authority rather than power. It also states that the system embodies a decentralized organization structure. So in that sense, servant leader also must follow these 10 principles um, as a being um, a servant leader, or to properly achieve the goal of being having a servant leadership. So next slide. Our first principle is listening. So under listening, it states here that leaders have traditionally been valued for their communication and decision-making skills. So as we all know na kapag sinabi nating leader na dapat magaling siya or magaling itong taong to in terms of communicating people, because um, if that person is basta sabi natin na mahina in or wala siyang communication skill. So that is a big problem of being a leader, because sabi nga nila na the more you are connected with your people, or the more you are connected with your members as a leader. So mas maganda yung kakalabasan, or mas mataas yung success rate na mari yung makuha. So having this principle of listening, wherein leaders have traditionally been valued for their communication and decision-making skills. Hindi lamang sa pakikipag-communicate magaling dapat ang isang leader. Bagkus dapat magaling din dapat tayong mga leader, or yung mga leader na makinig sa mga kanino. So there are many things na kailangan natin consider in listening, or pag makikinig tayo sa iba nating members. So because listening is a act, or an act to show na nire-respeto mo yung decision ng iba, yung mga opinion ng iba, yung perspective ng iba. So in that way, mapapapil mo sa mga members mo na talagang they are in with you, or pinapakatawan mo yung being leader. You are not manager, because ayun nga, alam naman natin yung pinagkaiba ng leader sa manager, wherein leader tends to listen, and sometimes yung manager is kung ano yung inassign sa kanya, yun lang yung ibibigay sa kanya. So that is the first principle of the servant leader. Next is the empathy. So the servant leader strives to understand and empathize with others. Others empathize with others. People deserve to be accepted and recognized for the special and unique spirit. So this principle explains na yun nga, it should be the word approachable, or the act of being approachable, or yung kailangan natin dapat na we have that what we call interaction with each other na matatawag natin, because um So going back, sorry for the interruption. So as stated here sa ating pangalawang principle na a servant leader, or in having servant leadership, dapat daw yung leader, the servant leader must learn or must know how to understand other, how to respect the decision of other, kung paano niya i-analyze yung mga desisyon na binibigay sa kanya. So in that way, mas mapapabuti nila yung desisyon na magagawa nila. And the good thing here is that once kasi na you are trying to understand, alam mo yung place mo as a servant leader or being a servant leader to understand your people or yung saloobin nila na gusto nilang sabihin sa'yo. So, ayun nga, maiiwasan natin yung mga possible arising problems dealing with yung hindi mo kina-consider yung mga tao mo, nagkakaroon ka ng lack of communication. So, this second principle is very important in a way na maaaring magkaroon ng maganda connection yung servant leader sa mga members niya. Or even, for example, in school settings, masasabi natin na um, kapag na re-raise yung saloobin ng mga tao or ng mga ng stakeholders. So, for example, the family of or yung mga magulang, yung mga parents ng mga students natin. So, maaring maalaman natin kung ano yung gusto nilang erase na problem, and then in that way, ma-answer natin yung mga problema na yun. So, for the next slide po, or for the third principle of a servant leader. So, as a servant leader, is nakalagay din dito na healing. So, when I read about this principle of being a servant leader, so nagtaka ako bakit may healing. So, the healing of relationship is a powerful force for transformation and integration. Again, we are again talking about the connection, the relationship between you as a servant leader, or between your member coming from you. So, masasabi natin na healing siya in a way na yun na, you're creating positive vibes, you're creating positive connection with your people. Syempre, for us to have that effective healing and maapektuhan or parang maapektuhan natin yung mga members natin, we should act on what should we act. So, being a servant leader, masabi natin na dapat maging role model tayo to our members, not only creating healthy or effective environment or effective group, or making or building your members skills, ability. So in that way, masabi din natin na maaari natin maprotektahan yung feelings ng mga members natin. So that is healing. So for the number 10 principles of a servant leader, foresight. So closely related to conceptualization, the ability to foresee the likely outcome of a situation is hard to define but easier to identify. So this principle is very evident because being a servant leader, dapat advance ka mag-isip. Ika nga nila na if you can mabilis ka or mabilis kang makagawa ng solusyon, mabilis ka din dapat mag-isip kung ano yung mga posibleng problemang kaharapin nyo or kaharapin mo as a servant leader. So, in that way, masasabi natin na effective yung pagiging advance mag-isip kasi nga, kapag na-foresee mo or na-predict mo yung maaaring mga problema mangyari, maaaring kaharapin mo ng mga members mo, or you as a servant leader, you can create advanced solution for that problem. So that is the principle number 4, foresight. So for the principle number 5, stewardship. So sabi dito, servant leadership, like stewardship, assumes a commitment to serving the needs of others it also emphasizes the use of openness and persuasion rather than control. So again, dealing with the negative behavior or negative characteristic of a servant leader. So mas sabi na dito na iwasan natin yung mga negative traits like we are trying to control our members, we are trying to yung inutusan natin mga members natin. Di ba nga napag-aralan natin yung pinagkaiba ng manager sa leader. But I am not saying na negative yung manager. The thing is, iba yung duty nilang dalawa, iba yung responsibility nila. So, parang mas malapit siya sa dalawang scenario na to, yung boss tsaka yung leader, di ba? Usually kapag boss yung sinasabi natin, utos, nagagalit. And usually kapag leader, tara, papangunahan niya talaga kung ano yung dapat niyong gawin. So, this principle also brings clarification na dapat as a servant leader, you should possess positive traits, positive behavior, na kung saan yung alam mo yung positivity, like that positivity na may bibigay mo sa kanila because having a positive environment, sabi natin positive and or healthy environment, can make more or mas makakagawa kayo na mas magandang outcome as a group. So sabi nga dito na it also emphasizes the use of openness, persuasion rather than control. So instead of controlling your members or controlling your mind as a servant leader, you can pwede kang maging open sa lahat, or pwede mong pakiusapan ng maayos, pwede mo silang hikayatin ng maayos, and yun nga, we should avoid negative behavior because positivity ika nila na positivity is a good factor for you to start or in starting to reach a goal. Yeah. So for the number 6 principle po natin, awareness, general awareness, and especially self-awareness strengthens the servant leader. So being a servant leader, you should possess, or lagi ka dapat aware. In what scenarios? So for example, if you are a servant leader, you're aware with this possible problems, kagaya ng foreseeing natin kanina, yung under din sa principles naman dito, na you are trying to foresee the possible problems na mangyari. You're aware with those implications, mga pausbong na problema, mga maaari mong karapin sa mga members mo, sa sarili mo as a servant leader. Dapat you are aware with all of those things. So, syempre, ang pagiging aware naman is alam natin na importante, hindi lamang sa pagiging servant leader in many aspects of our life, because awareness is a good answer or is a good first step for us to avoid yung maaaring mga mangyayaring hindi maganda or mga posibilidad ng mga pangyayaring mangyari sa atin. So being aware is a must if you are a servant leader or if you are a leader. So for our number 8, persuasion. Persuasion. Since we are talking about leader, persuasion is isa rin sa mga inaanap dapat nating hanapin sa mga servant leaders natin, because leaders are known as mga magagaling na mag-persuade ng mga tao, manghikayat ng mga tao, but in a positive way, of course. So as stated here, another characteristic of servant leaders excuse me, is reliance on persuasion rather than on one's positional authority. in making decision within an organization. So talking again with the difference between boss and a leader. So ayun, parang umiikot lang tayo sa pagiging pagkakaroon or dapat i-possess ng mga servant leaders natin na they should possess positive traits or positive behaviors. Kasi nga negative behaviors kapag hindi maganda yung pinapakita mo sa mga members mo, sa mga tao mo, sa organization nyo, makikita natin yung pagkakaiba talaga ng pakikisama nila sa'yo, yung relationship nyo, and iba yung atmosphere ng organization nyo. So, talking about persuasion, sabi natin na servant leaders is reliance on persuasion rather than on one's positional authority. So, it means na hindi mo lamang pinapakatawanan yung position mo as a servant leader, but you tend or you tend to reach out with the reliance between on how you are going to persuade people na syempre dapat mo munang alamin kung paano mo sila may hikayat ng maayos or talagang persuade mo sila ng mabuti without any hesitation. So that is the persuasion. That is persuasion. The principle number 8 or number 9 under the servant leader or principle of servant leader. So in the last slide po natin or the number 10 principle of a servant leader, conceptualization. So sabi dito, servant leaders seek to nurture their abilities to dream great dreams. So being a servant leader, dapat daw you have this what we call conceptualization. So kumbaga pinagbubuti nila yung mga goals nila in their organization. So as a servant leader, we are trying to look for long-term goals. Not only the short-term goals, meaning kapag tapos na to, wala na. So, as a servant leader, ayun nga sabi natin na you are conceptualizing things, conceptualizing, considering your organization or your group na magkaroon kayo ng long-term goal or long-term achievement with your member. So that is a good point or of being a servant leader na magkaroon ng conceptualization para ma-nurture nyo pa and ma-build mo pa, ma-develop mo pa yung mga abilities or mga pangarap ng mga members mo and even you as a servant leader. So those 10 principles of servant leader is a good way or it is a good set of guidelines for a servant leader to become an effective or mas mabuting servant leader. So that's all. So yun lang po yung part ko in our reporting, and I hope na marami kayong natutunan and you understand well my topic. So thank you so much.